Good morning, how are we all going? I'm just gonna clear the space, get some incense and some smells in here. Awesome stuff. Let's get this party rock and roll. How are we all this morning? Look at the eyes of the tiger, isn't that cool? Alright, we have got the scene set, getting the incense happening. I might even open the window a little bit because I'm probably going to get smoked up in here. Matty G, how are we going, buddy? We are rocking it out, like always ready to rock and roll. Cool. Got my little board set up. How are we all going? I'm ready to rock and roll. It's gonna be a big one, yeah. It's gonna be one of those live streams that you're gonna go and say, wow. Obviously, you know, we've come back. We're back in Bali, and back from Bali. Maddie's over in Perth. I'm in beautiful Melbourne. And let me turn this down because otherwise I'm talking over myself. And I always say, once the lights turn off and the dust is settled, and then you come into a place of, this is the integration, this is where it all happens, this is where things start to get sexy. So I would like to welcome everyone. That obviously more people will be getting on as we go, so I'll slowly start to drip feed you with the information. And firstly, I want to leave you with a lesson and an intention of this live stream, and the whole point of it is that in life we've got two choices, yeah? We can either just do enough and we can get caught up in the riffraff, or we can find something about ourselves that makes us exceptional, and then we start to make the people around us exceptional as well. So this live stream, we're going to be talking a lot about, really going deep into your greatness. Hey, good to have Gary on. Really proud of you, bro. You absolutely brought so much life experience, and to really see you step into your power. I'm really proud of you, bro. Great feel your energy this morning, fantastic. And Eleni, you just beat me to it. So I would like to all welcome everyone, and obviously welcome Eleni back home. So wherever you are in Melbourne, over in Patterson Lake, so welcome home. And I really what's really becoming very special and very real to me is the community that we're bringing together, and that's everyone, yeah. And I'm always talking about family. I'm always talking about the community and the group, the people that you can actually know that they've got your back, yeah? And that's one of the biggest dreams and one of the biggest aspects of what I wanted to do in my life, to really start to bring things to another level, is really start to grow their environment and really start to put love into others, so then they can put love in, and that's the ripple effect right there. And that's a big ask to get you over from, obviously, for Greece to come back over here, and and that's for your growth and so on and so forth. So thank you everyone for that. I really appreciate it. And the people that are coming through, the higher we keep our standards, the higher that we keep our vibration, the more of the class, the higher vibration people that we're bringing in. And it's a simple thing, and everyone knows this, yeah? We keep our standards high so we can fly, and if people don't, that's where they create their own resistance. And and that's up to them. People will either qualify themselves to a higher standard of living, or they won't. And it's got nothing to do with you. It's just got to do with standards, values, beliefs, and the energy vibration. So obviously, I'm really excited at this time of year, because we had another huge 6-day transformational retreat. And to let everyone know why these retreats, I spoke to about 5 people yesterday, and they said, Lee, okay, I want to know, what am I going to get before the retreat? How do I prepare myself? What's going to happen during the retreat? And then afterwards, what results am I going to walk away with? And I said, really good questions. I can't even tell you that. Yeah, so why I say that, because what happens throughout these retreats is that you cannot prepare yourself for it. All I will say is, in life, you want to set your intention and you want to be vulnerable. So you can't just say, okay, this is going to happen, because the universe is going to say, hey, sexy legs, or, sexy man, sexy lady, whatever you want to call it. It's always going to change. You can have your eye on the prize, but it's always going to evolve. You're always going to have to adjust. But these retreats, as the participants that just went on, they were in your same shoes say 2 weeks ago, they're like, what the fuck have we got ourselves into? You know, I hear about these big days, I hear that we don't eat, I hear we're climbing mountains, we're doing this, we're praying, we're doing all this crazy stuff and all this NLP change work. But I see people when they come through, they're like, wow, like it's one of the best experiences in my life. You know, and Gary, that's on here, I'm not too sure who else is on here, that they experienced that, yeah? Matt, this has been Matt's fourth or fifth retreat, coming back as a leader and a coach. And you know, and I know Eleni will be back at the November one, and Maddie again. And we're going to get Maddie and Eleni on because I'm pretty sure that we can share. Yep, Maddie's there, and I know that if I can share his live stream, and you'll be cool to share some things about what you experience in a moment, Maddie. What is special about this is that creating a transformational space where people can be vulnerable, let go, and actually be who they truly are and who they've always been. And what they learn at these transformational retreats is, as you can see, these are the days there, yeah? It's peeling back your layers, peeling back all the bullshit that's been clogging up. It's simply like if you haven't brushed your teeth, or like a dirty sponge. You know, you're not going to be able to absorb any of that magic. Maddie goes, the fifth, there you go. So I thought it was the fifth. That's absolutely amazing. And you need to have that understanding that everyone knows how great they are. Everyone, because you always, you know, there'll be times you'll let yourself go and you'll be lazy and just do enough, but there is something in you that says, you're better than this, keep going, you know, you deserve better than this, you deserve more. And that keeps you going, that keeps you moving, that keeps you evolving. And that is your human spirit, that is your heart-centered awareness, that is what you deserve. And you know when you step into that power, how great it feels. And that's what it's about. And I want to share something quite, you know, personal. When I came back to Melbourne, obviously I was so looking forward to it, and I still am looking forward to, you know, spending time with my beautiful partner and queen. Motivation and coming back to my parents' place. You know, Melbourne's a beautiful place, but you know just where the energy alignment is. And you know, in Bali, the weather's fantastic, and every day I've been back here, it's been raining. Energy's been burnt out. But what I say is that, you know, you can sit there and let that affect you, or you can just get on with it and go, okay, cool. You know what? There's worse places off. Let's move forward. Let's grow. Let's make it happen. Because what happens is there are so many all right, we're back. See, that happens with the energy. It always cuts out. So we've got a little bit of a storm happening in Melbourne today. So what I was saying is, just give me the thumbs up if you guys can still hear me as well. We can rock that out. Just give me the thumbs up, because I know the other day it did pause, so we can keep rocking that out. And what I want to share with you people, that with what we do and we're growing, this is you don't even need to go on a retreat to learn this and to take this in. That you can create magic in a cardboard box. You can create magic anywhere in your car, because it's in your inner world. So I want to really be teaching you and give you an understanding that what we create here at Team Beast Mode International, and we're on the verge of becoming the #1 transformational space in Australia, then in the world, is always focusing and evolving, being able to create magic in humans, yeah? Being able to create that energy in every human. Because what happens is that if you can create better humans, they're going to create other better humans, and you're going to positively affect other people. The thing is, what's happening in social media, and you see, it's all about greed. It's all about, hey, I'll take your business and I'll make money and I'll get you, you know, to be this Facebook star. And the problem with that is that these people, and I know a lot of these people that are up there, they're broken. There's vengeance, there's a vendetta, that they're going, look, I want to just become someone because I want to fill this void. And you know that you're creating people in power. Unfortunately, the world is like this, that the most powerful people are psychopaths. That these are people that are creating, you know, wealth and money and power. But do you think that they're helping humankind? Do you think that they're creating better people? Do you think that they're doing anything regarding poverty or suicide or, you know, mental health or anything like that? No way. You're creating more broken people, but you're putting them in a power situation. Not a really good formula. Yeah? I will always lead you guys with the truth, and I always lead you guys with messages of strength, you know, and that's the thing. If someone doesn't sit right with me, I'm going to let someone know about it, because at the end of the day, you know, you might think that's okay, but not in this environment, because you want to keep your standards high so we can fly and keep that energy vibration. So, and that's exactly what we bring into the retreats. That's exactly what we bring into the one-on-one coaching. That's what we do on the online programs and all the other programs that we have as well. The thing is, it's a simple formula. The people that stay on are the people that stay in their power, not their ego. The people that survive at the retreats and they bring in so much energy and they flourish are the people that be vulnerable, the people that don't judge, the people that come from unconditional love and say, look, I'm here, I'm ready to change. I've got confidence in you, Lee. I've got confidence in myself, and I trust the process. Yeah. And they're the people that were able to evolve and be able to grow. The people that will do anything but greatness will be left behind, because if people want to lie, if people want to cheat, if people want to, backstab or do all of that, what happens in the world, it's not going to survive in this environment, because it's like, taking a vampire or taking darkness into the light. You're not going to survive. You're going to be seen, and then, you're not going to do that. And that's what we're about. We are teaching people to bring light, whatever you want to call it. It could be confidence. I don't like the word confidence. I like the word inspiration, conviction, so on and so forth. But putting energy into others so they can actually start to really believe, because people can say the word belief. Yeah? You can easily say the word belief. A lot of people can say the word belief, but they truly don't know what it means. Oh yeah, I believe. But that's a word that someone's created, which is an opinion. But what I'm talking about, not that saying you believe, you act as you do. Don't worry about the word belief. You just need to be that representation of being able to get the result. And the way you do this, people, and this is a simple philosophy, is by having a routine and a manifestational program every day, having someone to look after you, not talking, but doing, stepping into that energy. That is the difference. That people want to change. People want to have a better life. People want to make more money. People want the body. People want the relationship. People want to be able to move where they are. But what they aren't doing is they aren't creating. It's not self-development. I hate the word self-development, because if you say you have to self-develop, your mind is saying, well, I have to develop myself. Yeah. But what it's about is having that right energy. Everything is about energy. Everything is about vibration, focusing on what you want. Because if there is, the thing is, your real world is in here. And a lot of people take the shortcut. They get busy doing things out here, and then they wonder why, it doesn't feel right. They wonder why they're not getting the results. They wonder why they're rubbing off, having resistance with other people. And that's the thing, is because you haven't worked out the secret. You haven't worked out what really matters. You haven't worked out what is. All right, we're back. This power, cool. So what I was saying is that people haven't worked out the actual source power, and what that means is you need to stop. If you're not getting what you desire out here, you need to do the inner work. Yeah, that's why you see monks. That's why you see, any of those gurus, that they're always working on the inner world, because then you have to work least, or with least effort out what you see in reality, because your energy and the consciousness of the action, because this is a big thing what I've been teaching. People are getting confused about taking massive action. It has nothing to do with your action. It has everything to do with the consciousness of your action. Yeah? So if you're finding resistance, if you're finding that you're not in the right energy, you might be mixed up in your feminine. Ladies might be too much in their masculine, men might be too much in their feminine, but you don't talk about it. You don't think about it. You program your mind of who you want to be, the energy that you want to step into, who you want to embody. And that's what the guys were learning at the retreats. We were giving them techniques. We were giving them physical activities, but it had nothing to do with the physical activities. It had everything to do with the mythologies and the strategies and the inner mind strategies for them to go, wow. Yeah? So they climbed up an active volcano. It had nothing to do with the active volcano. It's your climb of life. They climbed it in the dark. When they got to the top, they celebrated. Exactly when you were going toward your desired outcomes, the same thing. But they had about an hour's sleep and they were fasting to show them that they don't need all these other resources, that they can do it just with will, mind, power, and because of their true being, because they have that in them. Yeah. And now they can use that same strategy in a lot of other areas of their life. Cool. Not a bad strategy. Another thing is that we will do a lot of stuff regarding, you know, some people struggle with visualization. Some people struggle with, you know, closing their eyes so then they can open their third eye and being connected to what is real, because they get distracted because they haven't done that, and that's okay. But it's doing a little bit every day, and that is the key. If you want to be if you just want to exist, then the problem with just existing is keep doing what you're doing. But if you want to be exceptional, if you want to give your family exceptional results, if you want to give the people around you exceptional results, then listen in. And just, you know, if you're not listening to me, then do other things, yeah? You know, if there's just better yourself. And the way I'm going to talk about this, and the way I want you to better yourself, is spending that time to press pause to the scatter, to the static, to all of that. Because unfortunately, not everyone out there is on the same vibration. Not everyone out there has the eye of the tiger, yeah? Not everyone out there wants to grow, and they aren't educated. So when I say educated, it's not like, well, you've got a doctorate or whatever. Like, you know, I was pretty shit at school, but educating yourself that fills your cup up. Not because what I tell you, educating you that fills you up and makes you into the best version of you. Not because, well, you need to learn about social media, you need to learn about marketing, you need to learn about fucking, you know, mindset. No, you want to be educated to make yourself the best version of you. Yeah? And once you can do that, that's when life gets pretty sexy. Because there's a funny thing going around at the moment. A lot of people are talking about consciousness and ascendance, and all this, you know, third eye and all that, you know, all this cool stuff. And the thing is, they don't really actually know or really believe in it. It's just a cool thing. They aren't practicing it. They aren't becoming it. It's something that they put, you know, in front of their name. Well, I am a conscious, you know, leader, and the rest of that. But you speak to them, and the consciousness, they don't even have a consciousness to know what the fuck's going on, let alone, do you know what I mean, with the world. And it's really surprising, because these so-called people and leaders and coaches, they can't coach themselves or lead themselves, but they've done a really good way to brainwash others. And it's scary, because when you come into contact with people that's a person, a leader that is very sure of himself, they will tell you what you need to know, because they are in a place of wanting to grow you. They're not going to go, oh, maybe you might take that the wrong way, or, oh, sorry, I better not do that. Now, hold on a second. I would prefer to let you know, and I would prefer to get you moving forward, and you hate me for that. I would prefer you to hate me, but go, hold on a second, that's right. I'm not saying that I know everything, but we're in this game of bettering people. We're in this game of not telling you what you want to know, because then we can, hey, thank you, I'll take your money. It's nothing about that. It's about leading people and saying, well, we're about saving lives. We're about creating better humans. We're about building better humans. So then you can go back in your family. You can educate your children or children to come. You can educate your parents, your friends, and start not by talking, by being the representation, by being the physical energy. But they will go, oh my God, so-and-so's changed, and this person's changed. And do you know what I'm saying? Because the way you react differently is a lesson to everybody. Because they will go, oh, you know, Lee doesn't do that anymore. You know what I mean? And people take lead. Or, oh, what about this? And I heard about that. And so on. Do you know what I mean? So people know my story. I was petrified of public speaking. You know, I wasn't very, as they say, analytical. I was this, as that. Didn't have much confidence, and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, and that's all I knew. I was good at sport. And when people see you standing up and doing this and educating, like my uncle said to me, he goes, Lee, where do you find this stuff? Where do you come up with this stuff? He goes, I can't wait for you to do a live stream. I can't wait for one of your posts. And this is my uncle. Yeah. And this is, you know, my father also says that as well. He goes, I just want to say to you that, Lee, what you say makes sense. You know what I mean? You're my little boy, but you're my little big boy that I look up to now. But what you say, it was like, wow. And I think about it all day, and it brightens my day. You know, to have your dad, your uncle, people that you look up to, and then let alone 500 people that you get, you know, 300 to 500 different messages throughout the week, you know, sometimes let alone a day. And these people are saying, well, what you're doing is absolutely fantastic, you know, saving people's lives and doing it. And that's not just me. You can do that yourself. So what I say to you people, and this is the amazing thing when we created now, we'll go back into the retreats and what people, you know, what they experienced is, you can create a magical story every day. You know what I mean? You can create that. And this is why, if I have any resistance with anyone, because they are functioning at nowhere near their potential. And that's it. And I say to people, like, hold on, why have your standards dropped? Why is this going on? Why is that going on? They go, well, it hasn't. Well, I'm like, hold on a minute. I've been doing this for 8 years. You've been doing it for 30 seconds. I'm saying this because I care. But that's people's ego that, no, I don't want to listen to the truth. But like, hold on a second. You can do better. Do you agree with that? Yeah. And I'm in that exchange of high vibration. Yeah. I'm in that exchange of trust. I'm in that exchange of let's get on with it because tomorrow we might not be here. Let's do the best. Let's love. Let's create moments and experiences. Because at the end of the day, if people are chasing money, if people are having that scarcity mindset, if you're not creating moments and experiences, that other shit doesn't matter. Because moments and experiences is what fills people up. You focus on the moment, you focus on the experience, and the rest of it is magic, yeah? That's what you need to understand. Because if you create wants and haves, you're going to be robotic, and you'll never have your wants and haves because they won't give you the right feelings, the emotions, and the connection and the fulfillment that you desire. And that's exactly what it is. We create, if we say, hey, I want to be financially free, or I want to, have this body, or I want to live there, or I want to go on that holiday. If you don't connect with the moments and experiences in those facilities or in those examples, you will do the activity and it will not fill you up. It will not give you the fulfillment. And that's exactly what I created at the retreat. People can go, oh, we went to Bali. We're staying at an amazing 6-star, villa. It's fantastic. We're going here and we're doing all that. So I was leading them not to worry about being robots and going there and I'm going to do 6 days and I'm going to sit down and, oh, excuse me, what was that question? That's how people function. And they turn off and they disconnect with their true authentic self, yeah? So if you disconnect with who you are, you disconnect with your TAR, which is your true authentic relating. Because once you can remember to have relations with everything and everyone, the way I pick up this pen is I'm relating to it. When you can have amazing relations or relating to everything, that's when life gets really sexy. Because if we get in autopilot and we do all this stuff, yeah, we want to make sure that we want to have relations. And I'll give you a very, very, very honest example. Someone that I know very close to me was saying the wrong things, and I'm just like, hold on a second. That relating, that I don't accept that. So I actually voiced and say, no, you don't speak to me like that. That's not right. Well, you're in the wrong place. No, that's not on. That's still relating, but relating to say, hey, there's no place for that low vibration. There's no place for those words and the rest of it. You don't speak to me like that, yeah? And that's not ego. That's me having respect for myself and understanding that relating, I want to make sure. And guess what? It worked out. Okay, sorry, we misunderstand. Yeah, fantastic. Bring the relations up. Everything that you want to relate to, and that's what happens is that you need to understand that you're relating to everything. So the way you get up, the way you relate to food, the way you relate to your body, the way you relate to the energy you're feeling, and you want to be consciousness of it, because if you're not consciously aware of what you're putting in your body, your energy and everything, and how you're operating and what you're doing and so on and so forth, unfortunately, there is a lot of old conditioning that is going to self-sabotage us, yeah? So today, we can get our flag, stamp it in the ground and say, well, I'm learning this new stuff, there's a new beginning. So at the retreats, the guys obviously, I always say a magician doesn't give away his secrets, is that we're always worrying about moving people with high energy. We're leading them into creating moments and experiences. So I can sit up there and say, you do this, you need to do that, and we're going to learn about this, we're going to learn about that, and it's going to go in one ear or the other, yeah? So you've probably seen me teach this before. We lead with a higher vibration. So I'll give you this example. Most, I won't say leaders, but managers or so-called coaches, what they do, they lead like this, yeah? They will lead by pushing. They will lead you to a goal by pushing. So what that means is that they will go, well, you have to do this and do that and, you know, have this on time and push. And most of the time they don't even have the result themselves. So what we create with that is a different vibration, because then people become reluctant. You're creating more followers, you're not creating leaders. But at the retreat, what we do, we open up a space. We open up a space for people to be able to be pulled towards who they are. It's all about unlearning. Yeah, we are teaching you to learn something, to unlearn it, to remember how great you've always been. Because it's not what you don't know what's holding you back from being great. It's actually what you do know. Yeah? So this is the thing I want to get right, because people always, I need to learn, I need to become, I need to do that. So it's not what you don't know what's holding you back from greatness. It's actually what you do know. And what you do know is limiting beliefs. What you do know is excuses. What you do know is strategies that don't serve you. And that is simple, because one thing I want to say to you all, be around super successful people. Be around people that have got high standards, high vibration, and see if you have resistance with these people. Ask yourself why. Yeah, are they telling you why? Are they giving you the hint why? Are they saying that's no go? I know that. Cool, we're back. Once I start to talk to high vibrational people, just give me the thumbs up, guys, if you can still hear me as well, because that's what happens. Too much energy, and we always blow these live streams. Give me the thumbs up, all rocking it. Awesome. So everyone cool? We're all back. We're ready to rock it. Awesome. Thank you, Maddie G. So, and that makes sense, yeah? You see someone that is like, they force their opinions on you. They force their beliefs on you. Thanks for that, Gary. And Raul, good to have you on. And they will force. Now, you have to do it like this. And that's most business owners. You do it like this and you do it like that. And that's why I've created, I'll be going into a lot of businesses now, and I'm going to be teaching them a collective growth, a collective consciousness for the leaders to be able to lead their workers. I don't even like workers. There are other leaders in there to be able to be on the same consciousness. So you're not pushing, you're getting people, you're pulling people towards your desired outcome. You're pulling people towards their greatness. So, you know, a thing is that the way I like to teach, the way I've been taught is that we know that we've got greatness in us, but if we always think we have to become, what you need to do is, we need to understand this. When we are born, we're in infinite power, yeah? So IP. So we're born at our purest form. But unfortunately, over time, we remove ourselves and we move ourselves away from our power. And that's because of limiting beliefs. Lee Bundy, like the joke. That's limiting beliefs, excuses, strategies. So we end up moving away from our core. But what happens through what we teach at the retreats and what I teach through with my, you know, in my organization and through the process, is we start to break down these barriers, yeah, because we start to remove them and allow your power to shine. Because you'll know that, especially at the retreats with the coaching and everything that we do, we start to remove limiting beliefs. We start to remove your strategies to keep your standards high. It's not about, well, if you're going to start one day and then do something else again. It's about doing it every day, so then you don't need to look for the tools. You don't need to go, geez, I need to do some inner work, or geez, I need to meditate, or geez, I need to, what was that book? It becomes your life, because that is your pure life, is your infinite power, yeah? Or it's called exponential personal power, your EPP. Exponential personal power. I'm not going to write it down, you guys can write that down, but that's what it is. Exponential personal power times your heart center, or what it is, it's your heart center times your grace, equals that. So just let people know, give you an example. I'll write it down for you. So once you get into your heart center, times your state of grace equals so I taught this at the retreat, yeah? Getting into your heart center, being in your state of grace, which is unconditional love, which is you connecting to everything and everyone, gives you an exponential personal power. So I'll explain that a little bit more. So when you're getting into your heart center, it's not actually your physical heart, it's you dropping down into your head and just connecting with who you are. And it's not about believing, I believe I'm going to be great. That's bullshit. It's about feeling that you deserve it, feeling self-worth, feeling that you are unstoppable, feeling that you are sexy, feeling that you're wealthy, feeling that you're healthy. And it's about consciousness, yeah? So I like to talk about, it's the consciousness, it's the knowing, and the identity. So with everything that I talk about is what is the consciousness that I need to be? How do I know that I'm receiving it? Like, so am I getting the result? How will I know when I get the results? And what is the identity that I need to be to achieve this, yeah? And that is by getting into your heart center is every day. Like it was actually a really cool moment this morning, and I'm sure Jabal doesn't mind me to talk about this, that I was laying there and her beautiful cat, yeah, it came and lay there and she was asleep and it was under my arm, it was like a little baby, and it's got its head up there. And then she rolled over, and then I remember the cat went and she rolled over and she was hugging me. And you know, that's moments and experiences, and you can feel that. You just straight away drop into your heart center. Then the cat came back, went underneath the doona, laid on my chest like I was a surfboard, put its head there, put its arm out so I was still touching Jabal. And I remember that I was just in that moment, and I was in my heart center feeling that energy and really being conscious of taking that energy, not just sitting there going, oh, I've got a cat on me and I've got, you know, my sexy partner there with me. Oh, cool. All right, let's just get up and have a coffee. No, I actually was holding them. I was amazing. I even had tears in my eyes. That's what you need to be, because people can actually be shut off to it. Heart center equals feelings, true emotions, connections, drive, and action. Yes, that as well. So then talking about being in my heart center is not, cool. We're back. Just give me the thumbs up, or Matty G can keep me accountable. So once I dropped out of my head, not worrying about, okay, I have to go and do the dishes, or I've got a live stream at 10 o'clock, about being present, yeah? And that's another thing about understanding being in your heart center, being present. Once you drop down into your heart center about being present and then being in the state of grace, what that is, thank you guys, awesome. What that is that when you drop down into that, you actually start to be aware. Like I could feel Jabal's energy, I could feel her love, I could feel that she's not feeling the best, yeah? When I mean not the best, it's ladies month, you know what I mean? And then obviously, then the cat as well, you know, the cat wouldn't come and lay on you, but if it couldn't feel your energy, because their cat's actual awareness, and they have a pineal gland, or pineal gland, I always get it wrong, the pineal gland, and their consciousness is very open. So that was being into that, and that exceptional personal power, or exponential personal power, I'm like, wow, you know, I got up and I'm like, all right, let's go. Amazing start to the day, amazing start before this live stream. So something to think about. So what I want to tell everyone as well, that we're about, and obviously we're opening our doors up to only people that have high standards, people that want to better themselves, people that want to give back to their families, yeah? People that want to bring up their children, not by the normal conventional learning strategies, which people grow up and you're forced to do something so then you become great workers. No, you're not put on this planet to become great workers at something that you don't like because you want to make money, but you lose your identity in self by doing something and going in your place of contribution, which you lose yourself, and before you know it, you actually lose yourself and fucking lose people around you because you're so far away from your core. It's a joke. So what I say to you, and that's what we're creating, is that magic of giving you that, stepping into that power every day. You know, throughout the 6 days, to let you know, the first day's the VIP day. It's called Vessel in Power. So we are educating people to step into their power, to understand you are a vessel, you are a vehicle in power. So you take your vessel and your vehicle anywhere and you empower others, you're like a ripple effect, yeah? And they go really deep in that. We go on some very good leadership, you know, especially people that are in big leadership roles, which should be all of you. And the leadership is fantastic, yeah? You can lead yourself, lead organizations, lead families, lead teams. So it's very, very powerful, yeah? It's a simple model, deciding and commit. A lot of people decide, but most people don't commit. Being flexible, people don't actually know that. The most flexible people rule the system, and then taking massive action. But it has nothing to do with, let's get busy and the rest of that. It's got to do with the consciousness of the action. It's called efficient action. And what happens with that as well, I like to do this, yeah? It's 90% psychology, 90% psychology, 10% mechanics. Teaching people that if you want everything you desire, it's 90% in here and align with your heart, and 10% moving physical things around, yeah? By moving matter, by actually moving and that. The less you do it, the more, if you do anything but, and I'll be honest with you, the majority of the world is this. The majority of the world, unfortunately, this is a proven stat, they are 30%, better do that again. They are 30% in their minds, in the inner world, and 70% in the outer world, yeah? Most people don't even understand that, yeah? It's probably even 20 and 80. 20% in their percent in the mechanics. So 20% psychology and 80% mechanics. What that means is that people's inner world, there's so much conflict. There's, as you call it, depression. As you call it, low confidence, yeah? What about now, guys? We should be ready to rock and roll. Awesome. Give me the heads up. Awesome. Just had to quickly turn it back on and on. So sorry about the inconvenience, but look, that's something that we roll with. So thank you for everyone's patience. So let's jump ahead a little bit, yeah. Let's get everything rocking and rolling. So what the message that I want to leave you all with, that I want you to get crystal clear of who you are, yeah. And I want you to be writing this down. I want you to get crystal clear of who you are. Frozen again. We're ready to rock it. No, I should be back now. Cool, we're awesome. So I want you to get crystal clear, firstly, who you are. The reason why I brought this over from Bali, me and Maddie were going through, we're buying some paintings and that. We've got the beautiful Buddha, a few other cool things, the skulls and the rest of that. I look at that, and now I come in, I look at that, and I'm like, do I have the eye of the tiger? You know, to me, the eye of the tiger is that understanding of, okay, I know where I'm going, I know how I'm going to get there, nothing's going to stop me. I've got my focus, things are going to change, you have to readjust. Are you in the right energy? So I want to ask you this question again. Do you know who you truly are, or who you desire to be? Because it's not who you desire to be, because then it's the becoming who you are. And you want to have a clear understanding of who you are in all your life categories, because in all your life categories, you're a different identity. You need to step into that power, into that identity every day. And the way you do that is by focusing, putting the intent, putting the energy. How would you breathe? How would you stand? What would you say? What would be that energy, yeah? Is becoming that every day, not talking about it. And how I know people talk about it and they don't believe, because they don't have the result. You don't see any change in them. They have doubt in their minds. Their bank account isn't growing. Their body isn't changing. Their relationship isn't growing. Do you know what I'm saying? So the results and actions and energy doesn't lie. So I want you to start to get crystal clear with where you're at with all of this, okay? The reason why I've given you this intention, why I've been teaching this for the last 42 minutes, is I want to give you all a clear understanding about what we do and how we serve at the retreats. So the retreats, you can come in as a 5-day call, and all you get is the 5 days coming at the retreat. So you don't get the VIP, you don't get any accommodation. You'll be coming in, and all you do is you'll be staying somewhere else where the people will pick you up and they will take you to the villa. And so it's not too far away, and you'll come in for the 5 days, yeah. And if you want to know more about that, I'll give you the different, the credibility towards it. I'll give you all the specifications, so on and so forth. But as everyone does, they come in as a VIP. Yeah, obviously the VIPs is a higher commitment. Come in, they have the VIP day, which they learn the leadership, which they, we do the cleansing ceremony at the 60-foot Nung Nung waterfall. Plus, you get the 5 core days. But what happens after the retreat? It's the 12 coaching calls that you get, plus the awakening session, which no one that hasn't done that yet. With the last couple of cool. This internet, I'm gonna have to start shifting things around. We back? You guys lead me. Give me the thumbs up. Give me the heads up so I know we're ready to rock and roll. Maddie's about to say, are we there? It's cool that I've got this little thing here so we're not frozen up. Awesome. Thank you, Maddie G. Thank you, guys. So what I really highly recommend people for the growth, because a lot of people will ask me, Lee, I was watching the videos. What do I experience? What I can tell you, the retreats are always different because the way people show up and the people that have been to retreats and the people that have been on other retreats as well, they know it's so spontaneous. It's always changing. We do this and we do that. And I added a lot of things. Each retreat, Maddie's been to 5 of them and every retreat's been different. They keep getting better as well, yeah? So if the people aren't bringing their energy, we aren't going to force feed people that energy as well. We're going to lead them. We're going to push them that way so they go that way. We did a lot of extra stuff. So we did a lot of stuff of being the observer of what you desire and being able to see yourself or see the universe and how it sees you by you to be looking at desired outcomes, and your desired outcome be relationship, it can be self-love, so on and so forth. But when you can actually take yourself out and observe yourself, which you're there, and it's almost like an out-of-body experience, and observing your desired outcome, you're like, oh my God, I'm the only thing that's stopping me from achieving that, and this is why I'm stopping it, because of this, 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 and this. And when you know it, you can remove it, and you're like, wow. Then we do the 9 identity. The 9 identity execution or becoming is you stand into 9 identities. And, so one's a sorcerer, one's a loved one, one's a future you, one's a baby of yours, one's a past you, one's an ancestor, one's a superhero, so on and so forth. So I know that was only 8, but that's by standing into that, you're just like, oh my God, that you know that the identity on who you want to be, but standing into that is absolutely huge. You're just like, wow, you know what I'm saying? It's like, well, I know who I am, but this just reinforces it. And that's a really powerful thing that we did. Obviously, we're leading people through a lot of other different simulations as well. But what I will say to you guys as well, like I could stand up here for hours and talk about what we do and how we lead people, is that at the end of the day, you come in vulnerable, you come in wanting to grow, you wanting to come in to be the best version of you. And what I will say is you will walk out a brand new you with tools, with a new look on life. You have a different lens of awareness. You will be standing in a different power. You'll see the world differently. You will react differently. And what I say is every day you keep sharpening up your tool, keep sharpening your tool. And that's who you are. Keep growing, keep doing it. Don't go back and go, well, I'm healed. That's the worst thing that you can do, is that you want to go back. Keep accountable. Like the accountability that we've got is doing your success priming, doing your programming every morning, reporting that in the group. Before you go to bed, do your daily debrief. What could I have done better throughout the day? That stops patterns. That gives you that awareness. That goes, okay, that's where I've been going wrong. Boom. Having that awareness. Everything is about awareness. The 4 pillars of change: awareness, understanding, disassociation, and reconditioning. And that's what we do every day. Let's not get confused, yeah? And then what we talk about is how can you set up tomorrow, today? So what that means is by putting your information in, by having a results creator, setting up tomorrow, today, getting it ready, having empowered words, going 90% psychology to 10% mechanics, which is tomorrow, getting all that done. That's one thing. Then you'll be also, when you come into the retreats as well, you'll be gifted a $5,000 program, which is a true authentic reality program, yeah? That is for free. For people that don't come in the retreats, they have to pay that. You get that, and I'll tell you what, that sharpens up your skills. It's 7 different programs: matrix energetics, human behavior, NLP, advanced leadership, then you're talking about mindset, subconscious reprogramming, emotional intelligence, and one other one I can't remember off the top of my head. You get that, and that's every Tuesday and Thursday to keep you sharpened up. Plus, there's a membership site, guys, that you can keep tapping into. So if you can't say, well, there's no resources, I'm not getting a result, it's you that you need to get out of your own way, because we just give you that. Plus, there's more. You Every Wednesday, the team, so all the leaders, they'll be getting together, and it's an open book discussion. Hey, where's everyone struggling? What can we do? How can we grow? What's going on? And if you don't get the result through that, guys, then you know what? Then I doubt you'll be getting the results anywhere else. So that's the environment what we create for everyone, yeah? So being able to be a part of that. So you can come in 5 days, you know, and just be there, get your own accommodation, be part of it, or the 6 days VIP, you'll be staying at the VIP accommodation, the 6-star villa. And you don't obviously get a little bit of a sleep in as well. You get the bonus VIP day, the 5 core days, plus the ongoing 12 coaching calls, plus the True Authentic Reality, plus the awakening session, and the beautiful community. And that's where it's about. And if you don't feel like that is much value, then guys, you're never going to think there's much value in the world at all. So that's how we rock it out. So now what I want to do before we finish, I want to get Matty G. Where is he? I want to get him on board. I'm just going to let me get him. Let's get Matty G on board. So I'm inviting him. So I've never done this before. So I'm inviting him so we can see if we can get Matty G rocking and rolling. Are you there, Matty? I want to get your take on this, boy. It's saying inviting. How do we get him? Connecting. Hey, there it is.
Is it working?
It is. How? Look at this, mate. Technology.
I had to turn the phone on the side.
Oh, did you? So, am I like this? How are you, man?
Yeah, good. This feels weird.
Isn't it? I can pick your nose. So,
cool. How you going?
Yeah, cool, man. I want, so obviously, you know, more people are going to be getting on to watch this later. We're going to record it. You know, you coming through a year ago, pretty much. It's up just past the year. Yeah, it was just a little bit more. It was October. You know, and be honest about, you know, through your experience of coming in as a client and then jumping in and obviously being a part of becoming a coach, and not just a coach, a fucking exceptional coach. What challenges did you face before the retreat? Your growth, then, you know, if you've taken your foot off the accelerator, how have you gotten over that? And how have you seen the retreats evolve since you've been part of it all?
Fucking hell, which one do I start? Now, obviously, everyone knows I went through mine literally a year ago, and I was in a dark place. Obviously, a bit of a long story, but I'd make it short. I put myself in my own hole, where I realise now I put myself in that own hole. Was shutting the door, lights were going off, pretending I was okay to my friends. They would go home, just in a real dark mess, yeah? Depression, whatever we want to call it. Then from there, I was like, you know, my parents, they didn't know what they didn't know. So they were saying, Matt, you need to go to the doctors. Depression's real, blah, blah, blah. Like, you need these tablets. And I just knew something that wasn't me. So then obviously I met this guy here, Lee. So then we jumped on a call, and then I went to my first retreat within 2 weeks of making that decision. And, you know, I was the biggest skeptic. This is bullshit. I don't know. What are you talking about? NLP, mind, I don't know. But, you know, and I still remember it sticks into my head. Lee went to me, look, if you don't get any results, if we don't high five at the end of it, I'll give you your money back plus double. And then that was my only excuse. I was like, oh, shit. Okay, cool, no worries. Went to my retreat. Afterwards, we high-fived at Potato Head on our celebration day, wrapped it out, became obviously brothers and friends. But obviously, more importantly, I got the result for myself, and then I kept on going. So the retreat for me was a lifesaver for me, obviously for my family, for my parents. Now they're even into mindset. So they were my biggest skeptic to then now they started up their own thing, and they do mindset and they're sporting. So it was a massive ripple effect with him, obviously through me, but through the family as well. So then knowing that, so how do I keep on growing? Yes, I kept on doing my success primer in the morning. Yes, I'd done my daily debriefs, do my journaling, but I could either just do that or keep on going. So then obviously came back to the retreat as a leader. Being that observer from a different side, I was like, fuck, I can take this to a whole new level with my own growth. And that's where it was. Yes, I've had challenges. Yes, I've been down to my knees a few times. Yes, it has been, you know, up and down with environments, with my business and stuff like this. But the only one thing I can say, without people like Team Beast Mode and all the brothers, and we call each other brothers and sisters because we will literally fly on a plane to go and help someone if they need to be there to go, hey, you're not having a bad day, you're having a bad moment, it's all good, get up, and you're not reliant on anyone. So it's not like, oh, I need one of the brothers to help me out, I need this, I need that. It's just that support, knowing that you're not alone. Because I don't know, this may be just me, but I've never been in an environment that has most environments have got opinions, have got, I'm better than you, I'm a better coach, I'm a better this, blah, blah, blah. Where to be in an environment that there's no opinions, that there's no ego, that there's no you're better than anyone, but to say, hey, and be completely honest, I'm having a challenge day, my missus is doing this, my whatever's doing this, my job's doing this, to then be able to have someone to go, hey, look, grab my hand, we're the same, and climb up together. Not barking down to you. So, like, it's massive. Obviously, there's no words to describe it, and I always get stuck to describe it about this and this is only my personal journey, that to be around people that is just even being in a different environment. Yes, you can go back to your old environment and you can get caught up in that, but you can just step out of it and step back in and get the results that you're looking for. So, and then obviously going back, every retreat gets different. We have a schedule, but Lee seems to go like this with the table, flip it upside down, which we keep each other on our toes and everything like that, which is cool. But the reason why it's like that, not because it's because you give 100%, we'll give 200%. So if the energy is getting a bit shifted, we'll lead this way to go that way. People think that Lee's just like a big bouncy ball, goes blah, 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 blah. But knowing seeing it from the outside and being a leader, everything's for a reason. So yeah, what other questions did you ask?
No, that was awesome. Just to see when you talk about it, how you're glowing, and you know what I mean? Because there's a difference. You can talk about it from here, or you can talk about it from there. And I know when you talk about it, and like you said, we're very honest about things. Like, my deepest and darkest secrets. And we share the same room as well. So it's that when I'm feeling shit and that we're around each other, or something's happened, how we snap each other at her, and we go, hey, come on, man, you're fucking better than that, or let's, we've got the tools. But so for the next thing for you, what's next for Matty G? Like, where do you see yourself, and what excites you now?
So I've been really focusing on the moments and experiences, obviously with my family, which has been massive. And it keeps on growing and growing. But as for bringing this to and I know we always say the most transformational space in Australia, I always say the world, because that's where we see it. My moments and experiences with my success priming is having that ripple effect, and to keep sharing. I know we're doing the events now in Australia, Perth's coming up soon, we obviously the retreats, but I just see that moment of experience of having that everyone under the same, not banner, if you need to say that, but as a family collective. And I know that there's no one in the world that can be that. And it's because it's made from people. Like, I'm a real person. I tell my deepest, darkest secrets live, like on whatever we need to know, because we're real. We're not, okay, here's a book that I've just read and I'm going to give you my opinion on it. Fuck that, because you know the difference, because you know the person's chatting shit, because you're like, and if someone goes to me, hey, I'm suicidal, I go, look, I've never been it, but go and speak to Lee. He's been there. He's honest with it. There's his journey. And I know the same people are going through breakups. Lee goes, hey, no, look, speak to Matty. He's actually been through it. Where most places, most people just go, oh, and I'm just going to give you my opinion. It's like, I've been teaching at the retreat, and I'm like, I'm not too sure. So I would actually say to everyone, hey, I'm not 100% on this, and I'll look for direction for Lee, and then because you're real, you're not faking it and going, oh, I'm just going to give you my opinion, and to be around people like that, it rubs off on you. And whether you think that's good or not, I don't know, but to have that sort of environment rub off on you and ripple into yours, about being open, about being honest, and just being truthful, whether it's you fucked up or you haven't. But to be open, that's magic. And they say what you say, if you be around that sort of people, that's what you're going to rub off. And that's why everyone that comes into the family is everyone's best assets rubs off on everyone else. Anything that's not so good, we be open and go, hey, look, I'm having a challenge. I know I'm getting in my head. Let's rock it out. And as a collective, you go, hey, that's cool. let's build you back up. What's going on? Let us know. Jump on a Zoom call, reach out, just message me. We'll jump on a fucking plane. Whatever we need to do, let's do it. So, yeah, it's very rare, Laney, but it's the truth. And to have someone to go, you're fucking up, because we know when we're fucking up, right? We're like this, but we don't want to say anything. We just want to live and well, that's me sometimes. I'm just like, fuck, I don't want to face it. To have someone go, look, there's the mirror, turn it round and let's just deal with this. That's magical, because what you do in one area, you do in all. So, and with mine, I do that with my business now. My business, I do that much effort and get that much result. And I've turned the mirror around, and my staff, they've all reached out to me. I've helped them through their personal journeys. And it's just a massive ripple effect. So I can keep talking about this forever, bro.
Yeah, I'll give you, I'll pass you to but there you go. How can we do it? Grab it. There you go. Magic. There you go. What excites me is that obviously you need the energy, and obviously with me, driving the ship, and we can get caught looking at our feet. And then I said, well, fucking hold on, why do we do this? And keeping the standards high, and that as well. You're getting into your, obviously your health standards. I'm making sure that they're going right. And I inspire, I see it with the family. So it's a juggling act. Like you've got stronger points, I've got stronger points, but we don't say, well, fucking we're better. You do this way. It's like, okay, cool. And then I even know that you're teaching. You go, Lee, was that right? But when people try to fake it, or when people try to go, well, I'm just going to give you my opinion and the rest of that. That doesn't sit right. We're very honest with people, and that's what we said to the guys as well. Well, they're going to be leading the situation. You come to the show, put in a lot of energy and put in a lot of that understanding of being a better version of you, or we simply will just stop the retreat. And how many times did I say that? Guys, you don't need to be here. You can get on that big tin flying machine, go back home, and that's it. You need to have the energy, because at the end of the day, as you know as well, you even know when you're standing up leading, you can give people the energy, but if they don't have the correct energy, it's going to be going one ear out the other, yeah? So let's say, okay, because we're almost finished, what I want to share, and obviously with yourself as well, that we got in, say, probably about 3 weeks to a month, we're going to be we're going to start advertising for the workshop in Perth, and then we're also going to have another one in Melbourne as well, because that's just really giving people a taste test. Obviously with yourself, Matty, you've been working with people, you're doing one-on-one breaking negative patterns. Just talk a little bit about how you're helping and the people that you're coaching as well. And so people that, because some people will be more attracted to me and not, and some people will be attracted to you, you know what I'm saying? So give people a bit of an understanding that they might be self-sabotaging or a little bit lost. How can you help them?
Yeah, so with my journey, it was never what I thought at the time to go in to sort of help others and to start up. Obviously, I'm studying my master's in NLP, getting all that tangible as well. But I've realized that everyone can relate to someone completely different. And through my journey, people were like, Matt, I relate to you. Like, I understand your story because I've gone through it the same. So then, obviously, knowing that, I said, well, how can I help you? And then even by just jumping on the phone call and just giving where I've been to where I am now to where I'm going forward, people were just like, fuck, I can relate to that. And then by the time I knew it, I'm actually giving them the tools, what I've learned through obviously the retreats and everything like that, and people getting massive results. So then I was like, well, this is obviously fulfilling in my way. And the more I teach, the more I grow. So that's where obviously Father's Honors came from. And that's because of my journey. That was part of me stepping back into my honor. As you know, through my October retreat, I was very a mess. I didn't know what was going on. I was back and forwards. And it was like the one thing that I lost was actually that ownership as that king or that as a father. So that's where that came from. But then obviously through that, the service of breaking negative patterns is I realized that me feeling sorry for myself is just a pattern. Me feeling depressed is just a pattern. Everything is just a pattern. And everything in life's just a decision. It's one decision, another decision, another decision, another decision. So you're deciding to feel like shit. So once we've realized with a few of the other tools that you can break them decisions, and yes, the last thing you want to do when you're feeling like shit is to make a good decision, right? So getting out of that pattern, changing your states, using the other tools to get you into that right mindset to make the perfect decision, that's where it is. And that's where the breaking the patterns come from. Yeah.
Love it. And that's, and it's life-saving. Like we said, we're always facing new challenges, and And that's a perfect thing what you said. When you feel like shit, the last thing you do is you want to make something a good decision, because sometimes it's an addict, like we become addicts of pain. And unfortunately, for how old we've ever been, we become addicts and addiction of pain because, oh, that's just life. Let's keep ourselves in our comfort zone. So once you can break out of that, get yourself uncomfortable to become comfortable, it's a lifesaver. So I'm gonna round it up. I truly appreciate your time, Maddie. You're always there, no matter what. And it was an amazing retreat. I know that you had breakthroughs. I did. And the people that were there. There were challenges. We got through. Everyone grew stronger from it. But what I want to say to everyone back at home as well, and obviously Maddie as well, the community that we're creating, that's everything, because there's not many places, there's not many organizations or not many transformational spaces where we're all coming in as for a higher purpose and a similar collective of growing, want to be better, having that mindset, getting ourselves out of pain, being in the right energy, so on and so forth. So it's absolutely amazing. And Elaine, I'd love to get you to speak, but for some reason I can't share you for some reason, because you're supposed to have that little green thing on, so you might be on your phone, but I can't share you because I'd love to get you to share. So I know I'll be mindful of everyone's time. Obviously, what we'll do, guys, as well, there's a lot of other people that want to see this, so we'll share it on our pages. When people have got some more time, they can go back, and this gives a good understanding. Because, like I said, I had about 5 calls yesterday of people wanting before the retreat, during, and after. What will they get out of it? And I'm sure this wraps it up pretty good. Look, we can spend, as we all know. Eleni goes, why? I go, I'm not too sure. I can't. Yeah, for some reason, I don't know, you don't have that little, there's supposed to be like a little green camera, and the green camera we can select on it. Like Maddie had it. Who else has got it? Jabal's got it on. So I'm not too sure, Eleni. We'll have to sort that out for next time. So everyone, thank you for your time. Oh, there we go. Eleni's there. Can we get her on? What's that? What are we doing with that? What'd you do, Maddie?
I didn't do anything.
I don't know what's going on with that. So we just tripped that out. Boom. Let's see if we can get that going on. All right, Maddie, if I close you up. We can get Eleni on. All right, let's get this going on. So we're inviting Eleni. I don't know why my screens just flip. Says we're waiting for the little Greek Spitfire to add hers. It's going to be amazing. She's going to be in Melbourne, somewhere Patterson Lakes over that way instead of in Greece. The guest declined. You have to accept. Stop declining my invitation. So if this doesn't work, that's okay. We can organise it for next time. And you declined again. I don't know what's going on there, lady. So you have to obviously accept, and then you'll see that. What has he got going on? Technology. All right, one more time. So I'm inviting you, and don't press the X. Press accept, yeah? And when I'm inviting you, don't press the X. There we go. Woo-hoo! Why is this turned up? Woo-hoo! Let me rotate. Why is it going like that for? It's crazy. Hold on.
Hello.
Hello. Give me a second. Why this is crazy? Why has it become like that?
Can you see me?
I can see you.
Am I upside down?
Yeah, for some reason it's gone. The screen is tripped out. Why is it going like this for? Let me see. What about if we get the top of you up? turn your screen around? If I go back like that.
Now?
No, it's sideways.
Now?
Upside down now. It's really strange. What's going on there? Hold on.
I don't know.
This is funny. Alright, anyway, we don't want to waste people's time. We can sort this out. So Lainey, we can sort it out next time. We're going to have a live stream in the next couple of days. Let me just make sure that is straight. It isn't. You got to love these live things, don't you? Well, that's nice and crooked. Alright, that's as good as it's going to get. So, letting everyone know tomorrow as well what we're going to be rocking out. I'm going to be rocking out another live stream talking about really getting into teams, so network marketing teams. If you're starting a business, if you're starting a family, anything with more than 2 people, even a relationship, we're going to be talking about collective consciousness and how to be able to lead others, lead yourself, lead a team, lead a business, lead something between, you know, I've got clients that have got 35 staff or leaders or 3,500, so 3,500 staff and more. So I'm going to really be teaching people about that. That's going to be tomorrow at 10 o'clock. So that's going to be something that's going to be really big to get onto as well. You know, if you are starting a business, you know, there's a lot of people in network marketing, how to lead others to become the best version of themselves. We're going to be rocking that out as well. So thank you guys. Thank you, Maddie, for your contribution. Elaine, we'll sort that out next time. Not a problem. We'll get the technology happening. Everyone else, thank you for your time. More importantly, let's share this with people that want to better themselves. I know there's a lot of you that have been on here that are looking forward to coming to November. It's going to be November, and I've got things coming from the other side. I don't know what's happening with this live stream today. November the 6th to the 11th. We're going to be doing the same villa as well because it was just fantastic. Obviously, you know, we've gone and changed a lot of lives there. So everyone, I will see you tomorrow at 10 o'clock, and everyone else, I'll be seeing you in November from the 6th to the 11th. And more importantly, look out for the dates for it's going to be probably going to give it about a month of promotion. So wherever a month is from now, which is I think 15th or 16th, we're going to be rocking that out in Perth, in Matt's hometown, because a lot of people in Perth are saying, mate, Lee, come on, you know, let's rock that out. So stay tuned. Thank you, everyone. I really appreciate it. As I always say, you could be anywhere in the world right now, but you are here with me and my tiger, and I'm here with you. I'm Lee Bundy, the CEO of Team Beast Mode International, the messenger of strength and the truth, founder and creator of the Ultimate Polarity Recorrection Retreat and Identity Creation. And you guys know, there's a lot more. So thank you very much. Stay you, stay the best version of you, and your life will improve the better you get at being you. Have an amazing day.